I was just gonna read something, but you can help me because I gotta have this here. The president has sent out proclamations, Danny. We have to read them. The president is an esteemed position, and when he sends a proclamation to the people, we have to, be present and read them and understand where we're coming from in this country. We have been informed that Canada, a very difficult country to trade with, including the fact that they have charged our farmers as much as 400% tariffs for years on dairy products. As far as the meaning of these words and the way he put them together, that's actually not factual. And he said, including the fact, dairy products has just announced that they are putting a digital services tax on our American technology companies, which is a direct and blatant attack on our country. They are obviously copying the European Union, which has done the same thing and is currently under discussion with us also. Based on this egregious tax, we are hereby terminating all discussions on trade with Canada effective immediately. So I guess he wants to finish his discussions about their taxing technology companies before he can resume discussions about tariffs. We will let Canada know the tariff that they will be paying to do business with the United States of America within the next 7-day period. Thank you for your attention to this matter! Exclamation point. I don't know why, but there's still a confusion about tariffs. Throughout this, it's as if, now this is a very recent post. This is just a couple of days old. And it has been months, if not maybe even a full year, people have been telling Trump exactly what tariffs are. And right here, he says, we will let Canada know the tariff that they will be paying to do business. Now, if Canada is paying a tariff, that means it's their tariff that they decided to do, that they put on us. Because as a country, you decide to pay a little bit more in order to tariff somebody because it's worth it in the end. It's worth it to do that. And it's not detrimentally noticeable by the people, and almost, it's worked out so that the people can absorb that without too much trouble if we have to tariff somebody for something. And it's usually temporary, very low. But when you're gonna pay it, you're the one that decides to do it at the same time. So you say, well, I'm gonna pay this because I feel like I need to tariff these people. And what he's saying is, we will let Canada know the tariff that they will be paying. And you don't do that. You don't let another country know what they're gonna do for tariffs and what they're gonna end up paying for their own tariffs. And I think he still thinks that he's going to tariff Canada. And he's still going to say that Canada pays the tariffs that we put on them, which isn't true. We pay those tariffs, and the threat of tariffs and then pulling them and putting them back and pulling them is causing this instability in the market and uncertainty. And the market is, 100% certainty or 90% certainty, the market? So just his overall stance and the way he operates around tariffs is what's crashing the market and what is going to cause a lot of this backlash that we may not see for a long time. Some we'll see right away, but there are ways that what he's doing right now and implementing right now are going to hit at different periods. And there's one that won't hit until after it's the Medicare stuff, the healthcare stuff. The real serious deadly stuff that he's doing isn't even going to affect those millions, those tens of millions, until after his presidency. until after his 4 years. To me, that's as much a danger as propaganda. A lot of the lies that we have to deal with right now, we all know what's going to happen when in the future things start getting really bad. Even if we all, what do they call it, shift change, action and reaction, opposites, the pendulum swings, that's what it is. And so they say the pendulum might swing, Democrats could really gain a lot of control, and at that point we win, don't even get a chance to get comfortable when Trump's disastrous stuff is still unrolling, loading onto the people, just spewing all over the people, no matter who's in charge. It actually isn't even his word. Elizabeth Warren started saying that, this is a rigged system and billionaires are rigging it for themselves against us. And she's always said that. People pick on her for all sorts of things that it doesn't make sense, as far as her stance has always just been like, how there's like one thing about a politician that's their passion, that you could just think of when you place them together with, like Cory Booker is like prison reform, and Liz Warren is leveling the playing field. Billionaires, taxing the billionaires. That's just always been her thing. And I mean, you can dig and look at other little things about anybody, but that's their main thing. And very Democratic platform. But when you have lies and propaganda on the Republican side, and then you have emotionless callousness and lack of empathy there, it's easy to just kind of bring people along on your evil plan because you're throwing presents at them and doing things for them and distracting them with fun and games for them. And every time I speak, there's another video that I could make on that subject. I want to stick to the point here, which is he still doesn't know what tariffs are, and he is going to insist on conversations and then suspend conversations until other conversations happen about something that's not real. Without a conversation about those non-existent things, and I don't know how serious he wants to be during the conversation, but he's saying this PR public-y kind of has to be known about conversation, has to happen. And then he's going to make a decision about tariffs. And when he decides, I don't care what he says about it, his decision is implementing, not making them implement them upon us so that they pay tariffs. No, he's implementing tariffs that we'll have to pay for, and he's deciding about that based on whether or not conversations based on non-existent things happen. And that's what his text is about. And it's just really important to read the proclamations of our leader and our president, our commander-in-chief, the most respected office in the world, had that message today. See you next time.